All I've done is use this spring-loaded ski pole just to hold it in place so I can get a couple of marks on it. If I press that up against the lathe bed, you can see how it works. You can also see how the gap in here is big at the back than it is at the front. That's because that casting is in an angle like that, but utilising the 4 5mm grub screws I put in there, I'll be able to jack that out square and get it nice and level. All I need to do now is pop mark these 2 holes, drill and tap them. Once I get the bracket finished, I'll probably cut that bit off there and weld a triangular gusset piece in there just to stiffen it up. It's very strong now, but that's going to take any movement out of it at all. It'll also tidy this edge up. I thought using that spring-loaded ski pole was a rather splendid idea. You see all I've done, I've wedged the ski pole up against the milling machine and it's holding the bracket in place. 6mm transfer punch. Then I've got 2 nice pop marks in there. Right, the time's come to drill a hole in there. Normally I use a block with a hole in. It's a good fit on the drill. I would clamp it to that face and use that as a pilot hole. The problem I've got at the minute is that lies in an angle. It's also lying down there like that, and I want the hole to be parallel to the lead screw, so to speak. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to drill it freehand, because I can line up that there quite easily, and having that washer on there, if you move the drill up and down, when the drill's lying level, the washer will be in the middle of the drill. I've got a 6mm machine tap here. Check the line up that way. As you saw, this one was broken through in the middle of nowhere, and that one's into something solid. So I've got two 6mm holes in there, and I've got my little grub screws in there, little jacking screws, so I can level the plate up. So I want it to rest onto the cap heads and not onto the flat plate. That's pretty good at that. Now we can mount the travel dial on. So we'll cut that bit off there and I'll weld a triangular gusset in just to stiffen it up. Right, I've got it roughly mounted in position. I'm going to put my phone there just so it blocks the light off so you can actually see the travel dial gauge. And move it, you can see it's not moving. So I'll wind this in and this pushes the travel dial forward till it's touching the lathe bed, and you can see there it's moving. What I need to do now is calibrate it, but before I calibrate it I'll take it apart again and weld a piece into there to really stiffen that mounting up, because there is a little bit of flex on it. So it's a direct reading on there in thousandths of an inch. One full turn's 100 thou. And 0 anywhere you want. 100 thou on there, which is 1 division on that one. I've machined that edge off so it's nice and flat. I've also cut a little gusset piece. I'm going to weld that into there just to give it some more strength. And what I'll do, I'll clear the welding bench off, I'll set my camera up and I'll do some video of the weld, because I do like videoing welds, it's interesting. I've got it all bolted up now in its final position. You see it's working quite well. One thing I'll do, I'll put a little bit of foam rubber down there to stop any shade getting down. There's also a metal strip that goes down there with a piece of felt in, once again to stop any shade getting inside it. Now we need to see how accurate it actually is. So the first test, I'm going to put another dial gauge on here. Right, we'll zero both dial gauges. That one's on 0. I'll give it 5 full turns. 1, 2, 3, 4, which is half an inch, 500 thousandths. That one's on 0, and that one's gone slightly more. So the travel dial is reading approximately 1 thou short per every 100 thou. So if we tweak this, try it that way, what that's doing, it's tilting the head, which means that the curved wheel is moving up and down its radius. I've zeroed the travel dial there. I'm going to wind the carriage forward 6 inches. I've zeroed my DRO. That 6 inches is there, and I'm getting a reading of 6 inches in 6 thou. So 6 thou over 6 inches is 1 thou per inch. That's pretty good. I'll have a play with it, see how much nearer I can get it. I've already spent quite a bit of time messing about with the two adjusting nuts there. But 6 thou over 6 inches is good. You need to make sure you haven't got too much tension. You need to dry, but you don't need a vast amount of load on it. That feels nice there. There's also a plastic cover, which obviously covers it to keep any shite out, and you can take it off if you need to when you're using it. As we were busy stripping down the steam boiler, the lad that owned it come out with this wooden box and wanted to know if we'd be interested in what's inside it. And once he opened it, naturally we are, it's full of, as you can see, engineering tools. We'll empty it out and say exactly what's in here, because we didn't really go through it when we were given it. The matched pair of V-blocks there with the clamps. Well, they're handy because I haven't actually got a pair. The surface rust on, but they'll clean up no problem. Nice clock gauge there. Note the 1-inch make. Rusty, but it's free. By free I mean it actually moves. These will be going to Bob's, I would imagine, and Bob will sort them out. Now I make there, 2-inch one, test piece. These have been handmade. Nice bit of gauge plate. Various reamers and drills. Radius gauges, thread gauges. So again, they're rusty, but it's just surface rust, it'll all clean up. And some of this gear's really old, but it's all still perfectly usable. I'll empty it out because the box is also interesting, the shape of the box. I've got Mick here and he's a woodman, so he can tell you all about that. Right, Mick?
I haven't got a clue what it is really. Interesting though, because it's got these brass edge strips running down each side. So it doesn't look like it's just ended up that shape by accident. I think I can picture some sort of instrument being kept in it. I think there's some for setting, measuring time or something, you know, it's got like a...
Metronome, that's the word, metronome.
Is it?
Metronome.
I can't remember exactly what they're for, but I'm sure I've seen one in an antique programme in a box, something like that. But it's sort of well made in some ways and rough in others. It's obviously had a bit of repair work done over the years.
No names or dates or nothing?
Can't see anything on it. I
thought £20 notes, note?
No. No jewellery, bars or anything.
Like you say, the way it's stained, it's been in somewhere, hasn't it?
It looks as if it's been, you know, like a surface up there, resting on there, and then like a lat or something there. So that would have been a recessed panel, but I can't see why you would have those brass edges. You would normally think they would be where it was getting rubbed along something. But I cannot see it being by accident in there either.
I think there's been a lock on there or something.
Probably, aye, probably some of that type of catch. But there's not. Oh no, aye, it's had something fastened there as well. Doesn't look like it's ever had a handle on the top to carry it. Well, don't know, somebody somewhere will know.
Yeah, you can know what it is, let us know. There's also a set of slip gauges there. They're quite badly rusted, but they are nevertheless slip gauges, and I'm sure somebody who hasn't got a set will be able to put them to good use. Several pairs of calipers and dividers. And 2 V blocks, clock gauge. set of radius gauges. These verniers have actually been handmade. Various twist drills and reamers. 2 micrometers. Both more and right. And several lathe tools, most of them are tipped. Some squares, once again, who are made. More staple adapters in really good condition. A piece of gauge plate. And this little item here we found, it's actually a type of indicator. There's a little button on there, you press the little button, and you can see a needle moving. It's got a clamp on the back, so you can clamp it to something. It's got some writing on it, says the unique on that side. I can't quite make it out on the other side, it wants cleaning up. But it's obviously a forerunner to a DTI. One or two people asked last week what this was lying on the floor. It's part of a crankcase of a radial aircraft engine. It's an engine that Mick cut apart and shortened and put back together as a big wall hanger. I've ended up with this bit. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. One thing I would like to do is put a clock face in there and put an electric clock behind it. If anybody knows where I can get a cardboard clock face, I think it's 15 inches diameter, printed off, that would be great. And my dad, who's a bit of an artist, would like to draw some aircraft things in it and make it look interesting. So if you know where I can get a 15-inch cardboard clock face, let us know. Basically, it's time once again to say thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, thanks for clicking the like button, and of course a massive thanks as usual for everybody who's still sending well wishes towards Dave, my wife. Thank you.